What's going on, guys? I'm Wartank, and today I finally have the Modern Warfare 3 review for you guys. So let's go ahead and click play, create a class, and the first thing I want to talk about are the point streak systems going on. So Wartank is awesome, and don't you just love my other classes? Yeah, I know, me too. So let's look at the strike packages. There's 3 strike packages you can choose from: Assault, Support, Specialist. Let's start with Specialist, because Specialist is my favorite class to choose from. So basically how this works, guys, you have your main 3 perks that you select, and then you can choose 3 more perks that you want in the order that you choose. So let's say for 2 kills, I want Scavenger Pro. 2 more kills, I'll be at 4. Let's say I want the Blast Shield. 6 kills, I don't know, Steady Aim. So those are my next 3 kills I'll get, and then 2 more kills after that, so I'll be at 8 kills total. I'll have every single perk in the game, guys. That's wonderful. I love this Specialist package. So that's how that works. Specialist, you get all the perks in the game. Now, moving on. Support. You know, you got your basic kill streaks going on. UAV, counter UAV, ballistic vest, airdrop trap, SIM turret, recon drone, advanced UAV, remote sentry, stealth bomber, EMP, juggernaut, recon. Yeah, you can be a juggernaut in this game. It's awesome. And of course, escort, airdrop. Now, juggernaut recon is different from the regular juggernaut in the assault class, because this one has a shield and a pistol as the backup. But for support, if you die, say at like 14 kills, you know, you get your stealth bomber and got your UAV going. You got those 2, but you die at 14. Come back to left, guys. You don't lose your point streak, so you get 4 more kills and you have your juggernaut. So there you go. Now moving on to the assault strike package. You know, and we have all these cool kill streaks going on here. UAV, care package, I.M.S, it's one of my favorites. Predator missile, sentry gun, precision airstrike, attack helicopter, strafe run, H6 Overwatch, the Reaper, assault drone, AC-130, PAVE, Juggernaut, and Osprey gunner. Great kill streaks. Now with this one, if you die, say I get 7 kills and you're going for, say, an AC-130, sorry, too bad. You're gonna have to try again, maybe camp harder. But when you die, you do lose your point streaks. Now the interesting thing about these strike packages are that now what they're doing, if you capture a flag in domination, you get a point towards your kill streak. If you I don't know, take out the enemy UAV or like an assault drone or recon helicopter, you know, you get a point for that as well. If you're running hardline, guys, you'll get 2 assists is a kill, so then that kill goes towards your point streak, towards your next kill streak. So that's how that works. So this is my prestige shop. I'm already at max prestige 10, level 80, and let's just look at the things you can unlock with your tokens. So you get a token every time you prestige. You can spend these tokens on extra custom classes, which can only have a maximum of 10. So you spend 5 tokens on extra custom classes, and that's how that works. Next, you have double XP for 2 hours in game. So there's that. Then you have double weapon XP for also 2 hours in game, and then you can spend your token on maybe like a regular package, hardened package, or a veteran package. Now what these packages are pretty much call sign titles and emblems. So you get 3 call sign titles and 3 emblems. But the veteran package you can only unlock at prestige 10. So if you want that cool looking emblem and title, you're gonna have to get to prestige 10. Or you can spend your token on unlocking gear. So this is like a whole class. You can unlock a gun, sidearm, everything like that. You know, a camo, I believe. I haven't used this yet, so that's just what I know of so far. Or you can spend your token on resetting all your stats. This includes your KDR, your time in game, I think time in game, I'm not sure, but you know, your KDR, your kills, your losses, and you know, all your prestige, titles, and emblems, stuff like that. So if you want to restart, use it on that one. Alright guys, so now that that is taken care of, let's move on to some other topics to talk about. Before I get into those topics, I want to give you guys my scale, because I'm going to be giving those topics a rating number. So I have a scale between 0 and 5, 0 being the worst, and 5 being the best. So let me go over those numbers with you guys. 0 would be the absolute worst, and don't even bother wasting your time with this. 1 would be bad and needs major improvements. 2 would be it's not bad but could use a lot of work. 3 would be good but could use some tweaks here and there. 4 would be great and only a few mistakes were made. 5 would be fantastic and nothing is wrong with this. So that's my scale. So let's go and go over the topics we got going on here. So the graphics, I gave the graphics a 4 out of 5 because the graphics are really nice in the game, but they're not as shiny as Modern Warfare 2. Sometimes if you're in a game, it's hard to see your enemies, so then that could be a problem too. So I mean, it's just the camouflage or something that you can't see them with, but you know that's why I didn't knock it too harshly. Next we have gameplay. Gameplay, I gave it a 2 out of 5 because the game is not really balanced. Guns aren't balanced, perks aren't balanced, and quite frankly, the kill streaks are not balanced in this game. It all depends on the players. There's a lot of hackers in the game, and the game rewards newbie players and not the players with the actual skill. Sure, it's gonna reward your pro players with a lot of points, but it's gonna reward the new players with all the kill streaks and the goodies in the game. So that's why I gave it 2 out of 5. Smoothness, 3 out of 5, because if you have bad internet connection, the game will lag for you no matter what. Even if you don't have a bad internet connection, the game will sometimes lag for you. Even if there's a bad person who is hosting the game, that will lag for you. And even if you are host, the game can still lag. I've had that happen to me quite a few times. And I don't know why they didn't just add dedicated servers. They have dedicated servers for unranked matches, but not for ranked matches, and I don't get the point of that. Why would you what the hell's wrong with you guys? Alright, so now we have maps. I gave maps a 4 out of 5 because most of the maps are gun combat. Nothing wrong with that, with the really small maps, and I enjoy my kill streaks, and my kill streaks giving kills, and not all the buildings in the maps blocking my kill streaks, like a Pablo or an AC-130, or even a Reaper, or something else like that. And all the maps have a recognizable layout, so it means it's pretty much all the same in some fashion, except a couple that are uniquely different. Now we have weapons. I gave that a 3 out of 5 because most of the weapons in the game are pretty much overpowered, including the MP7, the Striker, and the FMG9 as Akimbos. When the game first came out, those Akimbos were insanely overpowered. I know they tweaked it a little bit, but they still are very, very overpowered. When the game came out, they used to be able to shoot pretty much from one end of the map to another end of the map, and you can shoot somebody perfectly. So those guns are pretty much overpowered, including some other weapons. And in my opinion, there's not enough guns in this game, I guess. And most of the other guns just suck, like the shotguns. The Striker is the best shotgun in the game, or the model that's the second best in my opinion. But pretty much all the other weapons suck in the game, and the few that are overpowered, the people use, because they're not going to use a second weapon, are they? I didn't think so. So now we're moving on to perks. I give perks a 3 out of 5 because the Assassin Pro perk needs to be slimmed down. Spread it out. Give the EMP effect to another perk, or have EMP and maybe I don't know, something else. Like if because you're invisible to UAV, counter UAV and EMP don't affect you. And when somebody targets you, your red name doesn't pop up. I mean, you could split those up into different perks, you know, different categories, so that way people aren't completely invisible to you. So, you know, they're just camping in the corner and they jump out and kill you. If you're on like 24 kill streak, then you're one away from a M.O.A.B or something like that. So that's my reasoning for that. Otherwise, the perks would be pretty much a 5 out of 5, but because that one perk is overpowered, that's why I gave it a 3 out of 5. Moving on to the rank system. You know, I gave that a 4 out of 5 because it's easy to rank up in this game, and it's the same thing over and over. There's nothing really new that they added, so you can have, you know, like say you hit 10th prestige, you get something, you know, new other than the prestige shop, which you can unlock a new call sign and emblem. That's really no biggie. I mean, you're gonna hit that anyway, so I don't know, maybe something like a new gun or, you know, hidden perk, something like that. I don't know, something that would get my attention, so that would make me want to level up. Or maybe like a customizable, you know, title at the end if you hit 10th prestige. That'd be nice. Moving on, kill streak and point streak system. So I gave this a 3 out of 5 because this system rewards newbie players. Because, oh god, the support system. This rewards newbie players, and a lot of people are calling it the welfare system. Quite frankly, it is, because if you die, you don't lose your points to the next kill streak you have selected. So I mean, you could get a stealth bomber, an EMP, you can get your escort airdrop or juggernaut in the game. Easy, easy, easy. You can die as many times as you'd like, as long as you get those numbers that are required to hit that kill streak. You're gonna get that kill streak. So I give that a 3 out of 5. Now, the last thing I want to talk about real quickly is the death streaks they have in the game. I give that a 1 out of 5. Surprising? Not really. I would have gave that a 0 out of 5, but there's only one good death streak in there, and that is juice. I mean, I see where they're trying to go with the system, you know, but it doesn't help the player in any way except for this one death streak, which is juice. Because I mean, if you have juice down and your team's getting clogged, you know, into a corner, and you guys can't get out, maybe juice can help you get that extra few seconds of running, because it speeds you up for about 10 seconds. So I mean, it can get you out of that hectic area and maybe off to a safer location where your teammates will maybe soon later spawn on you, and you guys can capture a point if you're playing domination, or, you know, something else, and get away from that closed area where you're being spawn trapped. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm War Tank, and of course, as always guys, in the meantime, have a great time fragging.